野马分鬃 wild horse separate the mane. From our previous move. If I do it in front of the camera, facing the camera. Okay. So this movement, the hands would be similar to separating hands. Our previous move was turn body and kick with heel. Drop your right leg and close your left hand to your right hand. So it becomes a lifting a loop formation or 手揮琵琶. Drop your right hand. Okay. Drop your right hand. Notice that I'm dropping it vertically. And also I'm not just simply dropping, I'm kind of dropping my right wrist. Okay. So closer. So imagine that your fingers, your hands is pointing, is kind of like, say, imagine around 45 degrees. So as you drop, you're maintaining this shape. So down here, your fingers still pointing a bit upward. So instead of just dropping, see your fingers pointing downward. Okay. You can do fingers point forward, but I personally prefer, because you are getting more tension, extension of this side of the wrist. Okay. Rotate your left, close your left groin, rotate your hip. Okay. So you have this, drop your right leg and close your left hand to your right hand, so it forms the lifting a loop formation or 手揮琵琶. Drop your right hand. Okay. Imagine that you try to hold your left hand, left wrist in this area, and your right hand is chopping downward. Okay, you did chopping downward. Rotate your right wrist so that your fingers are pointing sideways, pointing left, say, and your thumbs pointing forward. And rotate your hip. Now, close your left groin and open your right groin as you rotate. And as you rotate, you bring a little more of your right hand was here, and as you travel, you bring a little across. Okay? So you becomes, and still your head is pointing forward. You did not turn your head. Okay? The head always point forward. So imagine this. Okay, now I assume that you have your right hand down, okay? Your base of your your palm or just your left wrist and your right shoulder and your chin as you finished doing this. They're about joining together. Okay? So your left hand, your right shoulder, and your chin, they all comes in at the same time. Okay? So this side. Your left hand comes in because you are rotating your body, so your right shoulder rotates that way, so it brings in your whole arm. But you are not actually bringing in your left hand on purpose. Your left hand comes in because your left shoulder rotated on the opposite way. And notice that my right toe is still pointing forward. Beginners, you may do something like this. See your toe actually travels with your hip because you did not actually open your right groin. Okay, you see if I hold this and just try to close my left hip, then it travels, so I have to rotate like this. So it takes a lot of effort to practice. Toes down and lunge forward. As I say lunge forward, you notice that my knee is in the same direction as my toe, which is forward. My shoulder goes with it. Okay? Same direction. Now my body is 45 degrees, the same as the my left toes, 45 degrees. My left toes pointing that way, my right toe points that way. Okay, raise both hands. Now, because you're facing 45 degrees, so that you just bring your wrist at the same and in front of your throat in the cross section like this. Right palm facing upward underneath, left hand palm facing downward, right hand on top, left hand on top, right hand on below. And separate the hands. So you are 45 degrees, your right foot pointing forward, which is east. Your left foot pointing 45 degrees, which is your northeast. Your body pointing 45 degrees, your northeast. And so is your intersection of your wrist. In front of your throat, and separate the hands. Rotate the hip, so now your hip facing east. Your hand, wrist, shoulder alignment pointing east. Wrist, shoulder alignment pointing north. Fingers all pointing east in the same direction. And your right wrist at shoulder height, left wrist just underneath the ribs. Okay. So if I do it on this side again, so after the explanation, you should be easier to see. This. Okay. See now that was kicking, drop. Close your left hand to your right hand. Drop your right wrist, rotate, toes down, lunge forward, raise your wrist, 45 degrees, open. Look at your lower hand. Okay? Close. You see that I'm in a lunging position. Okay? Solo leg on the right leg, empty leg on the left leg. Stretching the left leg helps you balance. Hanging.